Hello, my name is Robert Charlton, but the world has always known me as Bobby Charlton. I was born on the 11th of October, 1937, in the small coal mining town of Ashington, Northumberland. The air was thick with coal dust, the streets narrow and tough, and the sound of men returning from the pits was the soundtrack of my childhood. My father, Robert, worked deep underground as a miner. My mother, Elizabeth Ellen, known to everyone as Sissy, came from the famous Milburn football family. That bloodline gave me football in my veins from the very beginning. As a young boy, life was not easy, but it was full of dreams. We lived in a modest terraced house with my brothers, most notably my elder brother Jack. From the moment I could walk, a football was never far from my feet. I would play for hours on the cobbled streets, using lampposts as goalposts and imagining thousands of fans cheering my name. My mother Sissy was my greatest supporter. She took us to watch local matches and told us stories of our footballing uncles. Those early years taught me the value of hard work, discipline, and passion. I knew even then that football was my only way out of the mines. The fear of spending my life underground pushed me every single day. One of the most important moments of my young life came when I was spotted playing for East Northumberland schools. I was only 15 when a scout from Manchester United named Joe Armstrong came to watch me. Signing for United was like stepping into heaven. I left my family and moved to Manchester, joining the famous Busby Babes. Those early days at Old Trafford were magical. I trained alongside brilliant young talents and learned from the great Matt Busby himself. I made my first team debut in 1956, and slowly I began to find my place in the team. But then came the darkest day any young footballer could imagine. On the 6th of February, 1958, our plane crashed in Munich while returning from a European Cup match in Belgrade. I survived, but many of my closest friends and teammates did not. The pain of losing those bright young boys, Roger Byrne, Duncan Edwards, Tommy Taylor, and the others, has stayed with me every single day of my life. For a long time, I felt guilty for surviving. I asked myself, why me? Why was I spared? That tragedy became the biggest turning point in my life. It changed me as a man and as a player. I promised myself and those we lost that I would play every match with honor, respect, and maximum effort. Their memory gave me strength when I needed it most. After the crash, returning to the pitch was incredibly difficult. But slowly, with the support of my family and the club, I rebuilt my career. I developed my own style, graceful, intelligent, with powerful long-range shots and excellent vision of the game. I was never the fastest player, but I could read the game like few others. My long-distance goals became my signature. I scored many vital goals, including in the 1963 FA Cup final victory against Leicester City. We won the league title 3 times during the 1960s with Manchester United. The pinnacle with United came in 1968. 10 years after Munich, we reached the European Cup final at Wembley against Benfica. When I lifted that trophy with my teammates, it was not just for us, it was for the boys we lost in Munich. That night healed something deep inside me. It felt like we had finally delivered on the promise we made after the crash. For England, my journey was equally special. Wearing the Three Lions shirt was always an incredible honor. The highlight of my international career was the 1966 World Cup on home soil. Playing alongside my brother Jack, we reached the final against Germany. I scored important goals, including 2 in the semi-final against Portugal. Winning the World Cup at Wembley with my brother by my side remains the greatest moment of my life. That victory did more than just bring a trophy to England. It united the entire nation and gave English football a new golden era. Throughout my career, I tried to represent English football with dignity and class. I was never sent off in my entire professional career. I believed in fair play, respect for opponents, and playing the game the right way. My long-range shooting and midfield vision helped change how attacking midfielders were seen in English football. I showed that you could be creative, powerful, and elegant at the same time. After retiring, I realized the true meaning of my journey. I became a symbol of resilience for English football. I was knighted as Sir Bobby Charlton, not just for my goals and trophies, but for what I represented: hope after tragedy, class in victory, and lifelong dedication to the beautiful game. My legacy goes beyond silverware. I hope young players today understand that talent alone is not enough. You need character, heart, and respect for the game and its history. My family life with my wife Norma and our daughters Suzanne and Andrea kept me grounded through all the glory and pain. There were difficult times, including family tensions, but love and football always brought us back together. To every young dreamer watching this, life will throw you difficult moments. There will be losses, pain, and setbacks. But if you keep believing, keep working hard with honor and passion, you can rise from the ashes just like we did after Munich. Never forget where you came from, but never let it limit where you can go. I am deeply grateful to every supporter who cheered for me, every teammate who fought beside me, and to Manchester United and England for giving a miner's son the chance to live his wildest dreams. The beautiful game gave me everything. I only hope I gave something meaningful back to it. Thank you for listening to my story. Keep dreaming, keep playing, and always play with heart. God bless you all.
Never a red card, only respect in every scene. From dusty streets to the greatest stage of all, your legacy stands forever, answering the call. Oh, Bobby Charlton, hero of the land. England's beating heart forever in our hands. World Cup winner, European king. Your spirit lives in every boy who dreams. You gave hope to a nation, you gave pride to the game. Changed football history, wrote your eternal name. From the mining town kid to the knight of the realm, your story inspires millions. Your fire still burns. Sir Bobby, Sir Bobby. Wembley echoes with your name. Munich to glory, forever you remain. The gentleman, the legend, the heart of England's game. Football icon AI, join the family today.